back. So we're just working on our strength, and we don't even have to go into the full pose. But this is a very strengthening pose. Your muscles are gonna like it. Hey gang, Denise here, and this is Pose of the Week, and our pose today is Natarajasana, or dancer's pose, and requested by Bobbi. So Bobbi was saying that she's having trouble balancing in Natarajasana. So again, this is a single leg standing balance, so I always recommend this short foot activation, which is you could also think of it as monkey foot. So lift and spread the toes, root down, dial the energy outward. You're kind of pivoting through your heel here and creating a whole leg activation into the core of the body. And then just kind of bring your body into that leg, freeing up the back leg, okay? So that is part one of creating that foot to core connection. So now in dancer's pose, I think it's important to just work on what you can stabilize and then slowly increase your range of control. Okay, so if I have range of control here with my leg down, then that's where I'm going to practice. If as soon as I bring my leg up, I lose control, then I'm going to go back to where I have control. This is so important, such an important principle. But what I'm going to suggest is, work on your foot to core connection, and then let's see about just bringing the heel up toward your seat behind you and bringing the arms back. So we're just working on our strength, and we don't even have to go into the full pose. But this is a very strengthening pose. Your muscles are gonna like it. You can work on tilting forward a little more, lifting the leg up and back a little more. You're doing this all under your own power, not using a strap or a hand to foot connection. And then we'll bring it down. And take a nice deep breath. Of course, you do that on the other side. Then, if the problem is partly making a foot to core a hand to foot connection, let's work with a few things here. So we can again make our foot to core connection through short foot or monkey foot. Standing on that leg, kick the leg up behind you, and let's just bring both hands if that's available, okay? One hand or possibly two hands behind you. So Bobbi, if you can do this, do this. If you can do this, do it that way. But I'm going to see if you can get here and then start to kick the foot into the hands. Just let your chest open and just work with that level. So again, you're just going to stay here for several breaths just to develop your strength and your connections. And then you can start tilting forward from here. So just work again where you've got range of control. Push the foot into your hands. You have to be super active. You're not stacking your body like a house of cards. You're creating activations that are going to stabilize your body. Muscles contract, they tension your connective tissue stabilizes your joints. So now, work on that for a few weeks, and then you can start working with a strap. So I would suggest looping a strap around your leg, throwing it over the back of your shoulder, bring your other hand up. I personally cannot reach my hands to my foot, so I'm doing it with a strap. Push the foot and lower leg into the strap. Keep using your foot to core connection on your front leg. Lift the heart and make sure you're breathing. Now, if you are striving for hips perfectly square to the front of the mat, it's probably not going to happen. But it's still a relevant cue because it is the direction that we're efforting toward, okay? We're efforting toward bringing the hips to square. Okay, one more iteration since I'm all hot and bothered here anyway. So I'm gonna kick my foot back. You can take your hand to the outer aspect. This might be better to start with, just it's a little bit more accessible, hand on the outside. Close your thighs. That's going to help you square yourself and be a bit more stable to begin with. If it's stability you're looking for, this is stable. And then just start to kick the foot back. Your hand and leg are meeting each other very strongly. Tilt your body forward. You can reach up with one hand. Push your foot into your hand. And then if you feel good about that, then you can try hand on the inside. Hand on the inside is a little more challenging in terms of the setup because it's a little harder to begin with your thighs close together. but it does give you a little bit more leverage for tilting forward and bringing your foot up a little bit higher. So some people prefer this. Okay, so those are some things to work on, but your first thing to work on is your foot to core connection. That's what it is. And then remember to work from the place that you have stability and slowly increase the challenge so that you're working with progressive overload and you actually are going to get a result from that. You're not sort of just willy-nilly trying to get into the shape. You're actually progressing toward achieving that shape, which is quite a different pathway. Okay, so Bobbi, I hope that works for you. I'll see you in class anyways. Thanks for requesting, and bye for now, guys.